Now down here and call that one up. And wait for that to go blue. And when it goes blue, click on it. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, you can minimize that whole thing. And
mic check, 1, 2, 3.
You're good.
Am I good?
Yep.
There we go.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wichita Heights High School for tonight's Greater Wichita Athletic League football contest between your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies and the Falcons of Heights High. Glad to be with you wherever you are on planet Earth. My name is Kevin Arkin. I'm joined by Craeg Kamerick. We have an outstanding production crew. We'll tell you about them here shortly. Also have a lot to talk about tonight on our pregame show. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. It's a beautiful night here in Wichita, not a cloud in the sky, temperature 91 degrees. Looking forward to a fun game against the Heights Falcons tonight. Nope, you're already loaded. You're already loaded. You can close that. All you'll have to do is when I say this is Grizzly football, click on that. All righty? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a student-driven production, and as such, you'll hear us giving our student crew some instructions here this evening as they learn how to operate the equipment and the software. We appreciate your patience as we take them through that process. All right, young man. We'll be back in 60. This is Grizzly football. Our varsity football pregame continues here at Heights High with kickoff coming at the top of the hour. And we're joined, as always, by our head football coach, Steve Martin. Coach, let's take a joyful look, if we can, back at last Friday's game. I be the first one to admit I was very surprised at how one-sided the game ended up.
Yeah, I don't want to seem bashful or anything, but we felt like if our guys would come out like they did through the off season, and the way practice had transpired last week, and just the focus of our boys, we felt like if we played like we had practiced and prepared, that we thought we could win that thing pretty handedly. And that's nothing against Carroll. They're still a great football team. I just think that when this team is focused, they're pretty special. Well,
they certainly were last week in all facets of the game, from offense to defense, special teams, the kicking game. Everything was clicking like clockwork, and if it hadn't been for a pass interference penalty, it would have been a shutout.
Yeah, and the big thing I want to really talk about is special teams. That's probably the best special teams we've played here since I've been here in 12 years. Coach Johnson has done a good job with Coach Armstrong of really focus on special teams play, and our kickoff team set the tone all night. We have a goal. Our goal board is to keep their starting position under the 25-yard line, and they were at 23 or 21 last week. I can't remember exactly the number, but just a great job when you can kick the ball deep. We'd like to get the ball in the end zone and let them start to 20, but when you do got to kick off and it's not exactly in the end zone, we want to pin them deep. And our guys flew down there and made some big tackles, and I think that really set the tone for what we were going to do and how we were going to play Friday night.
We took notice very quickly that the quarterback position was a platoon situation between Jalen Mason and Jace Glasper. So I've got to ask, because I couldn't figure it out, what circumstances dictated who was behind center?
Well, it all started. Jace tore a ligament in his thumb in the start of June at a football camp up in South Dakota, and we knew Jalen is a very capable and talented quarterback, and what had happened was that Jalen received all the team reps through June through July and August. We really didn't get Jace back till about 2 weeks ago. Then he comes back, with his thumb, maybe holding the ball a little different. He starts slashing the ball, and his shoulder goes out of whack. So really, last week was the first time Jace was ever thrown a ball since June 5th. And so, part of the thing is that I wanted to, there's nothing that Jace did wrong. But when you got two capable quarterbacks like that, and you got a very talented sophomore in Jalen Mason, it's hard to keep them off the field. And I think what people saw was that when Jalen's on the field, Jace goes to receiver. Jace is a tremendous athlete. I couldn't justify ever having Jace standing by me on a Friday night. So it was that factor. It's like, as we go on and reprogress, we're still going to go with this dual quarterback thing. Both guys bring different things to the table. They're both explosive. And, the big thing is we'll see where this goes, and we want to be rolling, in November. So I imagine this quarterback dual thing, we're going to try to shift it out and see what exactly personnel groups will make this offense very much undefensible. Right now with the running game with, Sincere Thompson, everybody knew about, but I think Deuce came on the scene last week with 5 carries for 109 yards. And, I don't remember the last time my running backs only got 13 carries in a game, but both were well over 100 yards. And you had both quarterbacks rushing for over 50. And, we still ran the ball for 299. But the eye-popping stat, I think, that even surprised Bishop Carroll was the 250 yards passing by both quarterbacks. And right now, I like where we're at with the balance and offensive production. We got a lot of capable receivers and athletes to get the ball in space. But, right now, there wasn't any rhyme or reason. It was kind of who got hot last week, and really it was trusting Jalen in the passing game because of Jace just now coming off that arm. He's got to get over that dead arm that you get when you start throwing again, just like baseball and spring training. So, you'll start seeing Jace throw the ball a little bit more this week, and as this season goes on, we'll really find out really where we stand.
Part of the success of the quarterbacks last week was the dominance of the offensive line. The game was won in the trenches. I said that all throughout the second half, that Northwest was just dominating in the trenches, both defensively and offensively. And, of course, that provides protection not for the quarterbacks, as well as great blocking for the runners on those long running plays that we were able to put forth. How much can you credit the weight training program over the summer with the dominance of our offensive line against Carroll?
Well, our offensive line digs in, and here's why our offensive line is so good, is because those 3 defensive linemen that they got to block every day in the summer are tremendous. Trey Birch, Peyton Dean, Brady Johnson, and Cantus Henderson. I mean, those guys gave us fits all summer. We were glad that we got to block somebody else, to be honest with you. But that only made our offensive line better. We got a lot of youth on that offensive line with 3 seniors, and I thought they rose to the occasion. And we got a freshman in Maddox McGinnis that is pushing some of the younger guys and older guys. So as this season transcribes, we're going to see this offensive line get better and better, and that's only good for the Grizzlies, because if we can keep balance, and I think if we were sitting here watching film, you and me, and we reviewed it, you would notice that all of a sudden Carroll starts out in the game with 8 people in the box, and then as the game gets on, now there's 6, and now there's 5, and then all of a sudden they don't know what to do, and we're running the ball untouched for 80-yard and 78-yard touchdowns from Deuce and Sincere. So it'll be interesting to see how people keep trying to offset what we're going to do on the offense, because really right now, going into a game plan, is I feel very comfortable with both running and passing game right now.
Let's talk about that tonight against the Falcons over here at Heights High. What can we expect from the Heights squad tonight?
Well, this program starts right now defensively. They're trying to hang their hat on a very solid defense. They're very reserved in the secondary, running a 5 deep scheme. They're not going to try to give up the big plays. And on the counter side of that, in the run game, they always keep 6 guys in the box, and all 6, 5, or 4 of them are coming in the blitz. So, excuse me, you're going to get a very aggressive attack by them on us, because, if they watched the film last week, they saw a couple opportunities where they were able to get to the quarterback, and so we'll have to negate them and slow the pass rush, with changing our cadences, a couple screens here and there to slow them down. So, they're going to be very aggressive. And offensively, the past couple of years, they've went back to a spread where really the foundation of Heights, at least when I was at Heights, the foundation was built in the running game with the flex bone offense, that a lot of the military academies use. And anytime you can get that kind of speed out in space with sometimes with what the flex bone and the triple option does, is it's deadly. But you can tell right now, last week, they're still trying to find their footing. They're still young in some of those positions with a lot of inexperience, and, an offensive line that still needs to get in a groove. So, they're going to have a tough task with our defense tonight when they're on offense, and it's going to be both. We're going to have to handle the pressure from their linebackers and D-linemen slanting and blitzing, because I imagine that's what they're going to try to do tonight, is really be aggressive against us.
I think everybody's going to be aggressive against Northwest this year based on the way we came out of the gate last week.
Yeah, you got to kind of pick your poison. Are you gonna bring 6 and risk us, being unmatched in the secondary, or are you gonna lay back and count on that we're gonna slow the ball? They're gonna slow the ball game down by us rushing the ball. So, I think you're damned if you do and damned if you don't right now against us. That's how confident I am in our skill positions. I feel like any of our skill guys can take a ball to a house on any possession. So, you can't single up on maybe in the passing game like you could against Mikey Lopez last year. Chase Carter is an up-and-rising sophomore who is going to get back in the action tonight. He's finally coming off a meniscus injury. He finally looks good. And then, when Jace is at receiver, our quarterback, you always got to know where number 5 is, because he's very capable of taking a ball to the house. If you notice, he was back on kickoff return too. Yep. He's just that kind of special of an athlete right now. We're going to shuffle him around and find any way to get him in the ball, because just like Mikey, he is very, very tough to defend in open space.
What's the injury situation on the team for this week?
Well, last play of the game, Carroll's quarterback rolled out, and DeAnthony Rivera, a backup corner, came up to make the tackle and ended up having a small fracture in his right forearm. I think it'll be about 2 to 3 weeks before we get DeAnthony back. But other than that, we're healthy, and hopefully we can stay that way after tonight.
Before we close this out, I think we need to take a moment and just visit about a tremendous loss to Northwest and to the football program that occurred this week in a freak accident when Linda Johnson was involved in over at Bishop Carroll. I know she was a tremendous friend of the team and a friend of yours personally, and I want to extend my condolences to you personally as well as to the team for the loss of Linda this week.
Yeah, Linda and Mel Gregory have been a cornerstone in our program since about 2015-16. I got the chance to meet Linda and Mel on a small level when I was an assistant over at Heights. They were very good friends with the Chadwicks, Joanna and Brian. And when Brian got the head coaching job over here, they kind of came with him. They adopted Brian and Joanna. And being around them, they started asking if they could shoot football games and who's going to turn down someone to come make memories and share memories with their kids. But, over that time, my wife Natalie and my daughters Carly and Tia got really close with Linda, and my girls have done a lot of glamour shots for Linda, to help advertise and do stuff in her office. So, it's been a tough week for my family personally, and I know there's a lot of past football players. Brees was very close with Linda and Mel, and if you look at Linda's Facebook, it says "Go Jets, go," and being an Iowa Hawkeye fan, she sure was proud of Brees. With his Iowa State, and I know we got a lot of guys that are really close, like Mikey Lopez, Takari Brown, and some of these guys are very close to Linda, and it hurts. We hurt right now, and I think the best way to honor her is us to go out and play heavy-hearted tonight and throughout the rest of the season, and and dedicate this season to her because, man, she was our number one fan, and we're going to have our LG stickers on the back of our helmet to commemorate Linda. I imagine we're going to be doing some other things. This has been a hard week for us. So, really, we haven't thought about how else to commemorate her. I know I'm very excited, and I know the boys are very excited because Mel's going to be here again with us on the sideline because, just like Mel said, Linda would be very angry if he didn't come to this game, and that's how much it meant to both of them. And the things that they've done for our school and community in other countless ways with League 42 and their volunteering. I made a comment to the boys yesterday that I got very emotional in practice. Like, I believe Linda Gregory is one of those special people that is one in a million people that when they come in your life, you got to kind of just suffocate her and grab her and never let her go. And, she embraced that. And, just a shocking blow to our kids on a tragic that you'd never even believe that would happen, and it's tough for our boys. It's been a tough week, but I know they'll go out and play with heart and passion for her, and that's how much she meant to us. We love her so much, and she's in a good place.
And our condolences to the entire family from us and from the entire Northwest Grizzly community. Coach, best of luck to you tonight against the Heights Falcons. We'll look forward to a visit next week.
Absolutely. Going to be another good night for Grizzly football, I think.
Head coach Steve Martin on our pregame show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and get a message from the U.S. Army. And then we'll be back with more of our pregame activities right here at Heights Stadium. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Football.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
to redefine yourself,
to improve yourself,
to challenge yourself. To realize there's more in you
than you ever knew
that you could do.
means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training,
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
so you can be all you can be.
Hey Grizzly Nation, this is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Welcome back to the pregame show before the Grizzlies football matchup here at Heights High School against the Falcons of Heights High. We're about 9.5 minutes away from the opening kickoff, and our pregame continues. We're going to turn it over here to Craeg Kamerick. Craig, we're going to give you the starting lineups for both teams here at this juncture, and Craig, we'll let you go first with the Heights offense.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. And starting for Heights today, at left tackle will be number 58, Corey Spivey. At left guard, it will be number 77, Ali Kwaki. At center, number 62, Pedro Nava. At right guard, it will be number 67, Xavier Hure. At right tackle, it will be number 60, Alonzo Cabral. At quarterback, it will be number 9, Tavion Johnson. And they're going to run with 3 running backs in the formation today, and they will include number 3, Jamison Holland, number 8, Lucas Meyer, and number 25, Dennis Carter. And the 2 wide receivers included in the starting lineup, it will be number 81, Kamarion Bodney, number 19, Cornelius Gilkey, and at tight end, it will be number 86, Kai Weaver. That is your Heights Falcons starting offense today.
All righty, thank you, Craig. Here's the starting defense for your Grizzlies tonight. We'll looking at the 3-man front at left end, number 99, Brady Johnson, the nose tackle, number 20, Peyton Dean, and at right end, Mr. All-Powerful, All-Knowing, All-Omniscient, number 0, Trey Birch, a 6-foot, 260-pound senior. Your linebackers, number 34, Quavon Harris. On the left side. On the right side, Jamari Bland. And in the middle, number 22, Jacob King, 5'10", 175-pound senior. And we called his number a lot last week as well. In the backfield, John Michael Fountain, number 1, had an interception return for a touchdown against Bishop Carroll last week. Also back there we have Amari Bohannon, number 4, Jeremiah Harris, number 11, the 5'9", 155-pounder, and the cornerbacks, Jaleel Cooper, number 12, a senior, 5'7", 135, and Takari Brown, a senior, 6'1", 170, wearing number 87, and that's the starting defense for your Grizzlies. Now here's Craig with the starting defense for Heights High.
All right, thank you, Kevin. And starting at defensive end, it will be number 51, Javen Martin. At nose tackle, it will be number 99, Joshua Ibudukun. At defensive end, number 55, Kieran Harrison-Jones. And they're going to have 3 linebackers today. The first one will be number 4, Kale Mileson. The second one, number 10, Nate Campbell. And for the third, number 44, Miles Walker. At strong safety will be number 25, Michael Smith. At free safety, number 6, Avante Scales. And for the third and final safety position will be number 5, Ajmar Anderson. At cornerback, it'll be number 7, Javen Williams. And at the other cornerback position, it'll be number 18, Jeremiah Yehonda. And that will be your starting Wichita Heights defense today.
And they're going to have to go up against a formidable offensive unit for the Grizzlies. Let's take that offensive line, first of all, that was so dominant last week against Bishop Carroll. At left tackle, a 5'10", 235-pound senior, number 79, Braxton Hopper. At left guard, number 66, 5'10", 235-pound junior, Devon Gracie. The center, number 73, Nathan Davis, a senior at 6 foot, 255 pounds. Right guard, Dalton Schrader, a senior, 280, 6'5", wearing number 60. And at right tackle, a sophomore, D'Angelo Williams, number 78 for the Grizzlies. The quarterback for the Grizzlies, we're going to give you a pair because they're going to rotate in and out. You heard Coach Martin talking about that in our pregame visit just a few minutes ago. Jalen Mason will, in all likelihood, be under center first for Northwest. And Mason is a sophomore at 6'2" and 180. And then, of course, Jace Glasper, the senior, 6'2", 170. And when Mr. Glasper is not under center, you'll find him as a wideout, generally on the left side. And offsetting on the right side, Mr. Wonderful, number 2, Michael Lopez, a 5'6", 640-pound senior who had a couple of really great catches last week. Also out there, Chase Carter, a junior, and Deuce Bohannon. Deuce Bohannon will serve not only as a wideout, he'll also be one of the tandem in the running back position. He'll be joined by senior Sincere Thompson, a 5'10", 205-pound senior, and both of those guys broke runs of over 75 yards 1 week ago. We're awaiting the players coming out for the coin toss. Grizzlies are in their road white uniforms with gold trunks and dark numerals, and Heights in their home red uniforms with black numerals and white borders around the numerals and white trim for the Falcons. And, of course, that just makes those numbers even harder to read, especially from up here. Well, I thought they were getting ready to come out, and now they're taking pictures instead. And while we're doing that, on behalf of our entire crew up here, which includes, of course, myself and Craig, I want to welcome Andrew Balfour, who's our engineer tonight, and our videographers, Demirreo Mitchell and Gabe Sylvester. And on behalf of all of us, our sympathies go out to the Gregory family for the tragic loss of our fine photographer and dear friend, Linda Gregory, earlier this week. And they're actually now conducting a moment of silence on the field for Linda Gregory. A terrible blow for the Grizzly program for sure. That occurred on Monday. And our players will be wearing the initials LG on their helmets the rest of the season in tribute to Miss Gregory. Miss Gregory was 69 years old when stricken by her horrific accident on Monday. Referees are coming out to the center of the field for the Grizzlies. Captains tonight are Trey Birch, Michael Lopez, Huavon Harris, and finally Dalton Schrader. They will be handling the coin toss. Again, Grizzlies are the visiting team tonight. An AstroTurf field, artificial surface, same surface we have at home at Northwest. The only difference is the colors in the end zone are a little bit different. And a good crowd on hand here on the Heights side and on the Northwest side as well. Northwest travels well. And the crowd's still coming in here to Heights Stadium prior to the start of this one. Okay, the Grizzlies will be playing from right to left here in the first quarter. They won the toss and deferred, and Heights will receive the opening kickoff. So the Grizzlies will go on defense first. Get set for the opening kickoff. We're going to take a quick timeout before the opening kickoff, and then we'll be back. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz, and this is Grizzly Football. Go ahead and remove that. Let's get rid of it and get the commercial up. Okay, now add. Now go to add. We're learning on the fly here, ladies and gentlemen. Hit sponsors. Ready to go when we go to our first commercial. Okay? Grizzlies will kick off, and it will be Franklin EQ kicking off for Northwest. That is not a surprise. John Lee, playing in the Titan Classic earlier this week, was injured on Monday. He did play yesterday, but he is not quite at 100%, so it might be that Franklin handles the kickoff duties in total tonight. We'll see how that plays out. Heights with 3 men deep. Grizzlies kicking off, and we are underway. And it's taken at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and all the way out near midfield. Big run back for the Falcons. You're going to have a hard time seeing, aren't you? Grizzlies go on. What's the question? You want to bring it down?
Yeah, a little surprising there from Northwest, because I feel like last week we talked all about how good their special teams coverage was against Bishop Carroll. That, I guess, is a little surprising for Northwest there.
Well, it was a well-drawn play by the Falcons for sure. Under center is quarterback Johnson. Handoff up the middle isn't going to get much, maybe 2 yards. Then the runner driven back. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Heights. The ball just over the midfield stripe. Or just short of the midfield stripe, excuse me.
Yeah, you can tell that Heights is going to be pretty run-heavy in this game, because they had, I believe, 3 running backs in the formation there. But good job from Northwest stopping the ball carrier from gaining.
Jamison Holland in the backfield with Tavion Johnson. Johnson under center, hands it off to Holland again. And Holland picks up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 5. The ball this time is at midfield. If you're just joining us, we're just underway in the first quarter. Northwest and Heights in City League football action from Heights Stadium. 91 degrees, a light breeze out of the southeast. Pretty nice night for football, albeit it just soon to be 10 degrees cooler. Johnson under center again. Man in motion, and the ball handed off up the middle and goes absolutely nowhere, does Holland, as Jamari Bland just stuffs him. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 7, and it looks like the punting unit is coming on for the Falcons.
Yeah, during that play, it looked like the quarterback for Heights there was a little confused on where to go with the ball because I'm assuming it was a designed pass play, but nothing really developed. But good job from Bland there for Northwest to get the sack there.
Michael Lopez is deep to receive this punt. Nearly blocked. It was tipped at the line by John Michael Fountain. And it ends up being Grizzlies. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, we apologize for what we were afraid might happen tonight. We were having trouble getting an internet signal up here in the broadcast booth, and the signal dropped. We couldn't get it back, so you are watching a recorded version of the game, and I hope you enjoy it. But we'll tell you what you missed. The score is now 14-0. What you missed was a Heights fumble in their own end zone and a mad scramble for the ball, and one of the Grizzlies came up with it. We did not see who it was because we were involved with getting back on the air. So that's where we're at. There's 7:21 remaining in the first quarter. The Grizzlies are up by 2 scores. Heights has the ball. It is 2nd down now and 12 to go at their own 18-yard line. And you are now up to date. And again, we apologize for losing a score and losing all of you. And one moment while I confer with our engineer, you'll need to bring that video clip back up probably. And oh, there it is. Okay, you're good. Heights with the ball. Johnson under center. He has Holland in the backfield with him. Man in motion. A handoff to the 20, 23, 25-yard line, out of bounds. Clock continues to run. And it will be 3rd down and 5 to go for the Falcons from the 25-yard line. Heights comes up to the line. They're all packed in tight, indicating a possible run. It will be a run. This is a run-oriented offense, and that run goes nowhere. Holland was stuffed up there again by the Grizzlies' Jamari Bland. And it will be 4th down and 7 to go. A loss on the play. And Heights is standing in there like they're going to go for it. And now the punting unit comes on. There's no way they were going to go for it. With no indication there was any chance at all that they were going to make it. The Grizzlies are going to get the ball back. Michael Lopez is standing at his 37-yard line, awaiting the kick from the Heights Falcons. Now we have a delay of game penalty on the Falcons. That'll move it back 5 more. You know, it works better. It's easier to use a mouse than it is your fingers. I know you're busy. I never said this job was easy. Good snap to the punter, and again, John Michael Fountain puts on the pressure. This one takes a Heights roll, and Lopez is going to get out of the way. It's going to roll all the way down to the 36-yard line of Northwest, and that's where they'll have it. First down and 10 to go with 4:37 remaining here in the first quarter. Thank you, sir. Grizzlies lead 14-0, hoping to add on to it. And there seems to be a delay of some kind. I guess they were getting a different ball. Jalen Mason is at quarterback. Deuce Bohannon is in motion, and now we have flags, and that'll be 5 yards against Northwest. We welcome Craeg Kamerick back to the fray here. Now, you cannot, Craig, just so you know, you cannot eat those while you're on the air.
Got it.
Because that's noisy food. I'm sorry. Here's one to the Deuce, and he is tackled immediately at the 29-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 18 to go.
Yeah, it was a great little defensive play there from Heights. Looked like they knew that play all the way. Very good play there.
Ball marked on the far hash. Jalen Mason takes the snap. He's going to throw it, and he throws it outside toward Glasper, but high, and it would have been well short of the first down anyway. So it will be third down and 18.
Let's see what Martin pulls out of his bag of tricks here to get the Grizzlies out of a 3rd and 18 situation here.
There's not a lot of plays in the playbook for this. Throws it short and nearly picked off. Oh my goodness, that was almost a pick six for Heights.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee that was definitely not in the playbook. Very, very lucky for Northwest here to not give up 6 points the other way. Very lucky.
Jameer Armstrong almost got the pick six for the Falcons. Now the Grizzlies will punt. Mason, pretty decent punt. Gets a bad bounce, though, and it will be downed at the 46-yard line of Heights. A short field for the Falcons here, and the Grizzlies' defense is going to need to step it up. Grizzlies scored on their first possession on one play as Sincere Thompson rumbled 73 yards for the score on first down. And then their second, a special team score as the ball was fumbled in the end zone by the Falcons and recovered by the Grizzlies. And that's where we are, 14-0. There's a handoff, sweeping around to the far side and picking up some good yardage. In fact, he's close to first down yardage. That's Lucas Meyer of the Falcons. And if he doesn't have a first down, he's darn close.
I believe there's a penalty on the play. If that's
well, in that case, I did not see the flag. Oh, there it is. Flag's at the 44-yard line.
It's like holding.
Holding was called on Kamerick and Bodney of the Falcons. That'll move it back 10 yards. And
I guess that explains why he was able to cut that edge as well as he
that
did,
may explain. Yeah, that
did.
might explain some of the reason why he made such good yardage. Ball is marked at the 36-yard line, first down and 20 for the Falcons. 3:46 to go. First quarter, Grizzlies up by 2 scores.
He's a heavy run formation here from Heights.
And there's a pitch and hit as soon as he caught the ball by John Michael Fountain.
Yeah, Michael Fountain and number 11, Jeremiah Harris, were both in on that tackle there. Good team effort there. And also just great job from the Grizzlies just reading that play. So it was a read option play from with the option of the quarterback either taking it himself or passing it out to his other halfback. But great job from the Grizzlies, making sure they cut off the lane for the quarterback to run. And then when he tossed it to his halfback, great job wrapping him up and taking him down.
No gain on the play, 2nd down and 20 for the Falcons. Johnson under center. Takes the snap, goes back to throw it, puts it out to the far side, lands harmlessly in front of 2 Northwest Grizzlies shirts. And it will be 3rd down and 20. And like we said a moment ago, Craig, there's not a lot of plays in the book for 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, I'll agree with you here. It's kind of just one of those situations. Well, in the NFL, you see a lot, they kind of just run the ball and just say, oh, well, they're going to have to punt. But let's see, Heights may just string up a pass here, just a long pass. But they also have to be careful and make sure it's not picked off, because Northwest does have a couple ball hawks on the other side of the ball.
Lined up, no wideouts, everybody in tight. And a handoff to Holland, rather. And Holland will gain maybe 3 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and long. And in all likelihood, the Falcons will punt.
A little scary there for Northwest. Took a couple guys to tackle number 3 Holland there from Heights. So not ideal for Northwest, but at least they got him down. So, and I'll have to agree with you. It looks like, or I would assume they would punt in this situation, but we'll see.
And here comes the punting unit on the field. I don't know why they hesitated. There wasn't a soul in the building that was fooled.
Yeah, it did take them a little bit to decide if they wanted to punt there, and then looks like they're going to punt here.
They'll have to get it off quickly. 5 on the play clock. High snap. And down goes the punter. Is there a flag? Yes. That'll be a roughing call, no doubt. It will be 15 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, I doubt.
They went for the block, didn't get the ball, got the punter, and that's the risk you take.
Yep. Trying to block the ball, you got to be careful and make sure you don't hit the punter. Because if you just slightly touch him, it's an automatic flag. But it's one of the referee's main goals to make sure that punter is safe.
I know there's some conference going on out there. That's the reason for the delay.
Yeah, these referees sure do take their time to make sure they're making the correct decision here. I guess they got to discuss it.
This is a no-brainer to me. I don't understand why they need a conference.
Yeah, there's one referee over there on the Northwest sideline discussing with head coach Steve Martin.
Oh, they didn't call roughing. They called an unsportsmanlike on Heights, so that'll be added on to the play. That'll bring the ball closer by 15 yards. That's a break for Northwest.
Yeah, very surprising there. But I did see a Northwest player lose their helmet during that play, so I'm wondering if possibly a Heights player may have just took that off. But I guess we'll see. But
well, and that might be the reason for the flag. I mean, I didn't, unless they said something, which we obviously would not know from up here. So the Grizzlies will have it 1st down and 10. The ball's at their 40-yard line. 41, actually. 2:06 remaining, 1st quarter, and this has been a slow-moving 1st quarter.
Sure has.
Glasper hands it off. Thompson gets a few. Give him 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 for the Grizzlies at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like a very good start to the play. starting with very good blocking, but Heights defenders just swarmed onto Sincere Thompson to stop him from gaining a bunch of yardage there.
Glasper running for his life, picking up yardage, first down.
Great effort there from Jace Glasper, just his ability to elude the attack or the sack. Because he could have taken the sack in the backfield, but actually it looks like we're going to spot him short here.
Yeah, they marked him out of bounds, 2 yards short of the first down. It's third down.
By a couple yards, excuse me.
Glasper's in the backfield. He's got Bohannon and Thompson with him. Gives it to Bohannon. Easy first down. And more. 30, 20, 15, 10 out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're going to spot that ball at the 8, I believe, and it will be first and goal to go. You know how to do that? Click that little box next to and goal. There you go.
Excellent play call there.
And then update it.
From Coach Martin there. And he had, looks like a timeout from someone.
Timeout is taken by Heights. With 1:14 to go in the first quarter, we'll go ahead and take one with them. Back in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. Back at Heights Stadium. Grizzlies with it. And Bohannon did a sweep right. Didn't get anything. In fact, lost 2 yards on the play. It'll be second down and 11. Or second and goal from the 11. And we have less than a minute to go in the first quarter. And is that Jace Glasper with it?
Yes.
It is. Touchdown, Northwest.
Excellent job there from Glasper to find the open lanes and also juke the defender.
He just went in through a crease. He found an open crease and took off.
Yeah, that's just another example right there. This excellent run blocking from Northwest here.
John Lee will try the point after. Glasper will hold it. Ball's down. Kick is good. Looking for a signal. I couldn't find it. And with 48 seconds to go in the first quarter, it's 21-0 Northwest. We'll keep it right here and take a moment here to update you on what you can expect next week. And I'll do that if I can find my... Who's got my schedule? I'll bet you got my schedule.
Yep, there you go.
There you go. Okay, next week we are not doing the game. The Grizzlies will play Cape and Mount Carmel at Stryker Field, and we've elected not to do that game because the facilities are just absolutely horrible to do a football game. I'm not going to mince any words. They're just bad. And that's no fault of Capens. It's just the way it is at Stryker. So we will not be doing that game. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be right back here at Northwest Stadium taking on the East High Blue Aces, and we'll be on the air at 6:30 with the pregame show. Getting set for the kickoff, it'll be Franklin EQ kicking it for Northwest. Heights with 3 guys deep, and this one is up. It's very short. In at the 25-yard line is where it's taken, and that's where he goes down. Great special teams play
21
by the Grizzlies, and they give that one to Quavon Harris.
Yeah, excellent coverage. We said this so much last week against Bishop Carroll. Special teams is just amazing for Northwest, and I at the start of this game it looked a little scary just with
that one play, that one kickoff return got away from them.
But after that, it's just been amazing. That
They've
coverage
been
right there.
yes, they are an amazing bunch. First down and 10 to go for the Falcons. The ball's at the 29-yard line. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Man in motion for the Falcons. And a very slow developing play, and Holland got no help at all. And it will be second down, and a loss of 2 makes it 12 yards to go. And that could be the last play of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's hard to tell how much time's left because the scoreboard's
You can't. We have a hard time seeing the scoreboard from this press box.
Sure
We
do.
all do, and if you're sitting to my left, it's really difficult. I can barely see it without having to do too much leaning forward, which is why I'm sitting where I'm sitting. And they do let the clock run out. So at the end of one quarter of play, Northwest 21, Heights 0. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. This is Grizzly football. Back at Heights Stadium, Grizzlies on defense now. Heights has it. Second down and 12 to go. The ball is at the 21-yard line of the Falcons. Man in motion again. They're going to throw for it. And the flags come out, and this could be offensive interference.
Yeah, it's a very interesting play there because
Let's see who they call it on.
it originally looked like it was a push off by number 81 on Heights. Should be Kamerick Bodney.
And that's what I think that's what I think the foul is, but is offensive. Let's see what they say. There's the signal, and they call it defensively. So that would probably be on
Takari Brown.
Takari Brown or Amari Bohannon. They were both in on the play, but Brown was all over him, so that's probably who they're calling it on. So it'll be a first down for Heights. They'll move the ball up 15 yards.
I think that's a prime example of always catching the second guy because
Actually, they don't move it up 15 yards. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. So I originally thought that the Heights receiver pushed off first, but
I did too. That's why I thought it might have been offensive. First down from the 36-yard line. Johnson under center. No one behind him. Now they hand it off, sweep up the middle. Boom! See you later. Wow. A gain of 5, and then a hard hit by none other than number 4, Amari Bohannon.
got his name right this time.
I don't want him to complain to me at school on Monday.
Yeah, he did mention to
I'm
us earlier
working
today.
Monday. I know I'll run into him. I got to be careful.
Yeah, but excellent play from him there. Good wrap-up tackle.
That was a great tackle. It's still a gain of 5 yards. Second down and 5. Ball at the 41. Ooh. And looks like Trey Birch got caught. He did. It'll move it up 5 yards, and that may be enough for a first down. We'll see how they spot it. It is a first down for Heights.
Yeah, I could see that Trey Birch is looking for his first sack of the game because he got one last week against Bishop Carroll. And I can only assume that jumping early is just really.
They probably got him on a hard count.
Yeah, he's really wanting that first
God knows we've used that enough, so. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. First down and 10 for Heights. Handoff up the left side, and good yardage this time.
Yeah, very good run there.
And again, that's Holland with the ball. And forgive me for being late with that. I'll be honest with you. I can't read their numbers very well. They need a new haberdasher.
Yeah, very good first down run there from Holland. And but also it was a really good group effort there to bring him down. And also I saw Takari Brown, I believe, trying to jar the ball out. He had a really good Holland had a really good strong grip on the ball.
Handoff this time, sweep up the left side. Another good gain. And the ball's loose, but the play had already been called dead, and don't be surprised. Well, they don't throw a flag. I could have seen a flag coming here. Ball carrier that time was Avon Mbuli.
Yeah, I believe
for the Falcons.
The referee called the carrier down before the ball came out.
Right.
So unfortunately, it wasn't a fumble there, and it looked like a little bit of I would assume trash talking there.
First and 10 for the Falcons. Handoff up the middle this time. Another nice stop. With third time I've called his name at least. Jamari Bland on the tackle for Northwest, stopping Holland.
Yeah, very, very good defensive play there. Just being quick to react and stopping the ball carrier before he can get any yards. And a good low tackle as well.
9:25 and running. 21-0 Northwest. Second quarter. Completed pass on the far side for big yardage. Thrown out of bounds near the 5-yard line. That receiver was wide open.
Yeah, it looks like the Northwest secondary got caught sleeping a little bit there. And one of the very few times that Heights has passed the ball, it's worked out for him.
First down and goal to go for the Falcons. Trying to get the Schneider off the board. Johnson behind center, hands it off. Sweep left, he's going to score. Touchdown, Heights. And the Falcons draw some blood of their own.
Yeah, Heights was using the advantage of speed on that outside edge there. There were very few Northwest shirts in the area, and the speed of the ball carrier just was able to get out to the edge and score that touchdown. Unfortunate for the Northwest defense.
On for the extra point try. You can read that number. Tell me what it is.
I cannot.
I can't read it even with binoculars. They really do need a new haberdasher. And Heights decided they needed to play with 11. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. 8:51 to go in the second quarter. Grizzlies 21 and the Falcons 7. We'll be back with a kickoff in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. 21-7. Grizzlies lead, 8:51 to go, second quarter. Michael Lopez is back deep for Northwest to receive the kickoff. And the arms are swaying for the Falcons. And the ball is in the air. Good kick. Taken at the 15 by Lopez, 25-30. And that's as far as he'll go, to the 30-yard line. Northwest will have it there, first down and 10 yards to go.
And I can only assume that Coach Martin wants to get those 7 points that they just gave up back. So
I'm sure he'll want them back and in a big hurry.
Yeah, he's probably drawn up some pretty good plays here that he thinks he'll catch the Heights defense napping.
Jalen Mason's at quarterback. Sincere Thompson also in the backfield. Jace Glasper at the top. And a handoff up the middle to Thompson in a big hole.
That's Deuce Bohannon.
That's Deuce Bohannon, excuse me. Deuce gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. Wow.
Yeah, excellent run.
Big gainer.
And the thing that most surprises me about Deuce Bohannon is that he's only a sophomore.
I know. We're going to have him for 2 more years.
Yeah, 2 more years of really just excellent running backs for Northwest.
First down for the Grizzlies. And now a timeout has been taken by the Falcons. We'll go ahead and take one with them as well. 8:32 remaining, first half, 21-7. Grizzlies lead. We'll be back. This is Grizzly football. Back underway. A run up the middle for good yardage. You know, to be honest with you, Craig, this is worse. It really is.
Yeah, not a very ideal setup for us
no,
at
it's
Heights
not.
here.
2nd down and 4 for the Grizzlies. Handoff from Mason to Deuce, and Deuce goes nowhere. He'll lose a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 20. Be a nice first down to get here. Keep possession going, clock running. And he throws for it on the far side to Jace Glasper, and he's got the first down. He needed 5, he got 7.
That was an excellent play right there from Jace Glasper to hold on to the ball while the defender of Heights came in real quick and gave him a pretty good hit, but he held on to the ball.
This time it's Thompson with it. Sincere, count it. Touchdown, Northwest.
Excellent run, excellent blocking. Can't say it enough. Sincere Thompson, he is running behind a great O-line.
13-yard scamper by Thompson, and I don't think he was even running full speed. And he still got there. John Lee is on for the extra point. Glasper will hold. Awaiting the snap. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. So here we are, 28-7. Grizzlies lead with 7:23 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout for the kickoff. Getting set for the kickoff, Franklin EQ will kick it off for Northwest, the sophomore. 3 running backs deep for Heights. And the kick is in the air. It's short. I think this one went out of bounds. Yes, it did. That'll bring it up. Those are big. That's probably the biggest penalty other than a pass interference, and that's kicking it out of bounds.
Yeah, because it gives them the ball at the 40-yard line, correct?
35, I believe.
Oh, 35? So it kind of rewards Heights with a good kick return,
Yeah.
but in reality, they did not return to the 35-yard line.
That's exactly right. 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Falcons. Johnson at quarterback. He's joined back there by Jamison Holland, excuse me. And they've asked to have the ball spotted on the far hash mark. Man in motion. And that's a play that just did not develop very well at all. They're going to get a yard, but that is going to be all.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed that some of the design run plays for Heights here, they've kind of broken down and haven't really developed as much as I would think the Heights coaches wanted them to. But also Northwest, their defense is doing a great job just reacting to those plays and making sure they get the runner down with either no yards or just very limited yards.
Jamison Holland picks up 1 yard at 2nd and 9 from the 36. Johnson under center. Hands it off, and that literally went nowhere. I'm not exactly sure who's under that pile with the ball, but he got no yardage out of it.
Yeah,
and it is Holland.
Trying to figure out that number. 28?
I thought it was 3. I thought 3 had
Oh, for Northwest, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I was looking for the carrier.
Gotcha.
Brady Johnson is given credit for that tackle. And it's 3rd down and 9. See if he throws it here. He's going to go back and throw, and he puts it up. And that one's going to go over everybody. And, oh, my gosh. Was that Takari Brown that almost had the pick down
number
there?
Number 6.
That is not Brown. That would be Jaleel Cooper. Almost had himself a pick.
Yeah, very unlucky there because he had excellent positioning because it was a very overthrown ball from the quarterback there to the receiver, but very unlucky for Northwest there not to come away with a pick.
Yeah. Johnson really overthrew it. 4th down and 9. It'll be a punting situation for the Falcons. Grizzlies will get it. Michael Lopez is standing at his own 30-yard line to receive this kick. High snap, gets it away, and a fair catch call for by Lopez, then he lets it go. And it ends up being a pretty decent punt after all. 28-yard line, Grizzlies will get it to start this drive with 5:46 remaining in the second quarter, and the Grizzlies up by 21.
Looks like one of the Northwest players jumped early there.
Looks that way, and they're going to, well, maybe not.
24.
Oh, they're going to give us 5 yards. It'll be first down and 5.
Yeah, I originally thought it was on us because I thought the referee pointed towards Northwest there.
Well,
but
quite frankly, so did I. I got that same impression, so. Well, there's a play that went nowhere for Northwest. And just didn't develop the way it was drawn on the blackboard.
Yeah, excellent wrap-up tackle there from number 24. That'll be Michael Smith for Heights. Excellent wrap-up tackle on Deuce Bohannon there because Heights has to be careful. Deuce Bohannon is a very explosive player, and if he gets loose, it's game on. He can run to the end zone.
There's a catch by Glasper on the far side. He's got the first down. Steps out of bounds. They'll move the chains, and Grizzlies are in business again here at the 40-yard line. A fake handoff, now a pitch to the near side. And that was to Deuce, and he picks up, I'm not sure where they marked him out of bounds here. He's going to get 8 yards on that play, that pitch play. And I don't know if that was I have to look at it again. Was that a forward pass or just a pitch? But either way, it's an 8-yard gain, second down and 2 for Northwest. Up the middle comes Thompson, big hole, first down and more, all the way down to the 42-yard line of Heights. It'll be first down yardage for Northwest.
Yeah, great toughness there from Thompson, just running over one of the Heights players and still going. And he had to get wrapped up by his legs to be taken down.
Mason runs for his life, throws it complete at the 28-yard line. Nice catch that time as he fell down by Chase Carter. And it will be a first down for Northwest. Grizzlies on the move, 4:39 to go, second quarter. Mason back to throw it again. Another one wide open. Oh, and it's picked off. The ball was bobbled and then picked off. Back to the 30-yard line, the first turnover of the night for Northwest. I was just about to say if he'd have held onto that ball, it's a touchdown. Yeah, as it is, once he started bobbling it, defender just reached in and thank you very much, and off he went.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there for Jace Glasper. It originally looked like a really good catch there and a really good throw by Mason, but he just ultimately bobbled the ball.
It was just a little bit long, but very catchable, and it just didn't work out that way. And
yeah, just unfortunate there for Northwest.
Field position is not a major issue here. 4:23 to go now till halftime. The ball is set at the 31-yard line of Heights, and the Falcons will have it first down. Man in motion, handoff, up the middle. Gain of 6 on the play. Pretty good play there.
Looks like there's a little bit of shoving in on the play. Wonder if there's going to be any flags thrown on the play.
I don't see any flags on the floor yet. I think we're all going to go back to our respective huddles, all happy campers, so not a problem. Gain of 5 on the play, second down and 5. I did not see the ball carrier, but I'm assuming it was Holland.
Oh, let's agree with you there. He seems like they're old reliable whenever it comes to running for Heights. And also, I've kind of started to realize it looks like they're kind of running the same running play over and over. And I'm just wondering if this Northwest defense will catch on to that.
I'm sure they will. And if I didn't know any better, I'd say we had a guy. Well, it doesn't matter. I honestly thought, even though we jumped offside, I thought we were lined up offside. I thought Takari Brown was lined up in the neutral zone. But that just happens to be right in the line of sight with our booth.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we were going to get flagged either way. Either way, it turns out to be a first down for the Falcons.
And again, on that last play, I think, honestly, that was the same exact play they ran just the play before. But it's unfortunate we didn't get to see the end of that play due to Northwest being offside there.
1st and 10 at the 41 for Heights. Sweep to the near side. And boom, see you later. A gain of a yard after all that. Wow. Tamar Gray ran for 30 and gains 1.
Yeah, and he sure did lay down the boom there on the Northwest player.
2nd down, 9 to go. Ball at the 41. 42, excuse me. Clock running, close to 2.5 to go here in the 2nd quarter. And I'd like to tell you about our halftime extravaganza, but I can't. Up the middle, gain of 5. Pretty good play there. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, good little gain there from Heights there just to get back some of the yardage in.
If you folks are watching from the Heights community, we're glad to have you on board. We welcome you, and I apologize for not being able to see your team's numbers.
I could only assume this would be a run play based on how Heights has played the game so far.
I would expect so. There's a sweep going wide right. Down he goes. Tamar Gray is taken down by Jamari Bland for a 4-yard loss.
It seems like we've called Bland's name quite a bit this game. He seems like he's involved in almost every drive with a couple tackles.
4th down and 9 to go for the Falcons. And a timeout has been taken. I'm not sure who took it. We'll figure it out when we come back after this. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly Football. Back at Heights Stadium, coming out of the timeout, Heights has 1 left and the Grizzlies 2. 1:41 remaining in the first half. And it's 4th down and long, and they're going for it.
Now, if I see a run play here, I will be very, very surprised.
Well, I won't.
Another timeout?
Now they took another. I don't know what either they're looking for something from the Northwest defense here and didn't see what they were looking for, so they called another timeout, or they genuinely are going to go for it. I think going for it with this much time on the clock is a mistake. Because the odds are against them making it. If we get the ball in this part of the field, we can score in 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Based on how the offense is playing today, that is definitely a possibility of scoring if they have the ball in Heights' side of the field.
Yep.
So Heights has to be careful here with their decision on this 4th down opportunity. But it still looks like they're going to go for it here.
It's looking that way, folks. 4th down and 9 for the Falcons. They have to get to the 49 of Northwest for a first down.
Nope, it's punt
now.
team
They're going to punt. I knew it. I just knew it. I don't know who they think they're fooling. Lopez goes deep. He's standing at his own 25. Big boot, and there comes another flag, I'll bet. Well, no, they didn't flag it. The kicker got run into. They may have said he was blocked into him.
And I could see I believe Heights head coach. He's a little animated on the sideline.
Yeah, he's wanting a flag.
I don't think I would disagree with that because, I mean, I guess maybe the ref thought he was blocked into him.
I thought he was blocked into him myself, to be honest with you, but I'm sitting there waiting for the flag, and it never came. So
I think that could have gone either way, so I'm not
complaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain either.
Grizzlies with it. Glasper fakes it, takes it himself. Big hole, 45, 50, out of bounds at the 47, of the Falcons, and a big run on first down for Jace Glasper. And he runs out of bounds to stop the clock.
I was very surprised there about how much open field he had whenever he got to the middle of the field there. It's very surprising to me. There's no Heights defenders in sight.
Glasper up the middle this time, another big hole. Down to the 30 to 27, 26-yard line of the Falcons.
And again, it's just there's no Heights defenders in the area. He's also shaking off some defenders as well.
He's going to throw it to Deuce on the far side, and Deuce cuts it. 10 down to the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go. The clock stops with 59 seconds to go while they move the sticks.
Northwest sure is moving the ball pretty quickly here and very efficiently.
And they're not taking the timeout. Up the middle, Thompson to the 1. Reaching over, touchdown! Touchdown, Sincere Thompson.
Great play call. Great play call because I guess in that situation, Coach Martin he's just like, you can't give it to anybody else besides Sincere Thompson here. That excellent play there, and also great effort to reach over to the goal line.
It was a great effort. Before his knee went down, he stuck that ball out. And the referee standing right there, the line judge, hands went up. Lee is on for the extra point. Glasper will hold. Ball's down, kick is up. Hits the post, no good. First one this year that John Lee has missed. He pulled it right, it hit the right upright, and bounced away, no good. So, with 49 seconds to go in the first half, it's Grizzlies 34 and Heights 7. We'll keep it right here since we're about to go on to halftime. Getting set for the kickoff from EQ. Back deep for Heights. Ashmar Anderson, number 5. Avante Scales, number 6.
And I think for this next defensive drive coming up for Northwest here, I just think Coach Martin's just wanting Northwest to play some just good defense, not allow any points from Heights here.
No, we don't want them to score, that's for sure. At the 10, 20, 30. Here's trouble. 40, 45. And 48-yard line, a 38-yard run back that time by Ashmar Anderson. Great play by the youngster from Heights.
Yeah, I don't think that was the start of the...
That's not what...
Coach Martin wanted.
That's not what Martin wanted, not at all. No, that'll be talked about at halftime. Grizzlies lead 34-7. We'll see how they play it. They may go for points. They're at good field position. Johnson hands it off up the middle. Sweep left, big hole, first down and more, out of bounds at the 40-yard line of Northwest. That took 7 seconds, 37 remaining in the first half. Clock stops on the out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Martin will be very happy, even if they give up just a field goal to Heights here in just these last, because they had about 40.
The one thing you don't want to do after you score is to give one up.
Yep, I have to agree with that because they had about 50 seconds left or about that.
50-something seconds, when this all started. They've given up 3 big plays in a row. Man in motion, now a throw and a sack by Trey Birch, and Birch puts the exclamation point on that when the ball's back out to the 49-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 20.
And there's Birch's first sack in this game. He's been waiting for one this entire time.
Clock still running, 14 to go.
There's no one in his way, and he got right to the quarterback. Excellent play.
This will be the last play, in all likelihood, of the first half. Johnson looking to throw, running for his life. Now he puts it up and an incomplete. Clock shows zeros, so we are at halftime. You want to drop that down there where it says halftime? There you go. Halftime score, Northwest 34 and Heights 7. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza, whatever that is, in just a moment. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. What is that? This is Grizzly Soccer. This is Grizzly football. About it. Cut.
Hey, Grizzly Nation. This is Eric Hofer-Holdeman, your principal at Northwest High School. Did you know Grizzly Pride is the combined booster club and PTO here at Northwest? They support both athletics and academics. We're asking you to join Grizzly Pride this year. Due to these extraordinary times, Grizzly Pride doesn't have the same fundraising opportunities they normally have, and we need you to join and offer your donation to help Grizzly Pride out. Go to our Northwest webpage, join today. Go Grizzlies.
Are you going to the concession stand? Yeah. You know what I really want? What's up? I'd love to have a burger. Burger? Yeah, the burgers look good. I liked them earlier. So I got enough water and tea for the rest of the night. So give me a burger. Get yourself something. Okay. How many fives here? There we go. That'll be enough for you?
Yeah, should be enough. Okay.
Back at Heights Stadium, here is the Heights dance team.
Welcome to the field to Wichita Heights marching Falcons. The band is led onto the field by juniors Triple Nine, Sidney Pierce, and Abby Philippi. The band is under the direction of Mr. Tyler Kipp and Ms. Genevieve Stoops. They are assisted by Harrison Koppenhaver and percussion instructor Dion Burton. The band will be playing selections from their 2023 show, River Dance, with musical selections titled Cloud Song, The Heart's Cry, and Home and the Heartland, arranged by Tom Wallace and percussion arranger Tony McCutcheon. Soloists include Carter Smith and Alex Lindstrom on trumpet and Olivia Malakote on trombone. Drum majors, is your band ready? Marching Falcons, the field is yours.
does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself, to realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
And we welcome you back to Heights High School, Heights Stadium, where the Grizzlies lead at halftime, 34-7. The halftime score. In a very dominating performance so far by your Grizzlies. They've only made a couple of mistakes so far in this contest, and they have looked very good throughout the first half, and we're hoping for more of the same here in half number 2. We're going to do some trash pickup here. I found a trash bag in my stuff. Let's throw all of our junk away here. We're going to have to leave the place cleaner than we found it, because that's what we would ask them to do at home. Yeah, you can throw it away. Okay. We'll let them get their own over here in the corner. We've still got about 5 minutes before we start the second half. I'll tell you a little bit about our upcoming broadcast schedule here from the football perspective to start. No game broadcast next week. Next week the Grizzlies travel to Stryker Field to take on the Crusaders of Cape and Mount Carmel High School, and that we will not broadcast that game due to the absolutely abhorrent facilities available to us at Stryker Field. We just can't do it. Then 2 weeks from tonight, we're home at Northwest, taking on the East High Blue Aces in a game that will kick off at 7 o'clock. We will be on the air at 6:30 with the pregame show. That is on September the 22nd. And then on the 29th, the team is going to Topeka to take on Topeka High School. No commitment has been made on broadcasting that game as of yet. Coming up on the soccer side, tomorrow the Grizzly soccer team will play in the third place game in the Titan Classic at South High School. That game will kick off at 11 a.m., and if you're not able to go down there and watch it in person, we will be on the air with that game at 10:50. 10:50 for the an abbreviated pregame tomorrow for soccer. There will be no interview with coaches before the game tomorrow because we are having such a quick turnaround from doing this game here tonight. We just don't have time to put it together. So no pregame show tomorrow, but we will give you the game against East High is who they're playing in the third place game. East High lost on Thursday night to Derby in a shootout, a penalty kick shootout that was going on while we were playing our game against Newton, and that was the shootout. If you were watching that game, we were kind of interested because they were doing the shootout about 30 feet from where we were sitting. So we were very close to where the action was. Anyway, that was East High. They lost that game to Derby in a shootout. We congratulate Derby. Derby will go on to play Newton in the championship game of the Blue Bracket. That'll be tomorrow afternoon, and we congratulate both those teams for getting to that championship game. Again, we're on the air tomorrow at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then, I can tell you that we do have a game Tuesday, a soccer game Tuesday. Let me find if I've got my schedule handy here. I thought I had it. Nope, I don't. We have a game Tuesday, and we'll be on the air at 4:40 on Tuesday afternoon with a pregame show for that game on Tuesday. Still got 2 minutes to go. We're going to give you 2 minutes of Silent Sunday. I'm going to give my voice a rest. Stand by. We'll be back. This is Grizzly football. Okay, you can set that for the third quarter. I just ran that Arkin commercial. I did. Yeah, you can remove it and put the other sponsors back here. There you go. No, you have to. Yeah, you're good. Yeah. There you go. We're all set to go for the third quarter. Guys, I got a trash bag. I have one with me. We need to leave this place cleaner than we found it. Just something on the floor. Grizzlies are going to get the ball first here in the second half because they deferred when they won the coin toss. So it'll be their ball first. Grizzlies have come back onto the field, as have the Falcons. They're just making their way to their player bench now. Hopefully the Grizzlies will have brought the same team out of the locker room as went in and continue to play their outstanding level of football here in the second half of this one. They lead by 27 and will get the ball first in the second half. Wind-wise, there's not much left. The wind has pretty much died down, so there's no real wind advantage to anyone here in the second half. Michael Lopez goes deep for Northwest to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Grizzlies, again, will be playing from right to left in the third quarter, wearing their road whites with gold trunks and dark numerals. Heights in their all red home uniforms with black numerals and white trim on their numerals. And we just have to once again say I'm sorry that we're not able to give you more love from the Heights side, but we just can't read those numbers. Kickoff comes to Lopez at the 10, the 15, the 20. Up the middle, 25, and stopped right there. He goes down at the 29-yard line, and that's where the Grizzlies will have it. First down and 10 yards to go at the 29-yard line of Northwest. Quick handoff. Up the middle goes Michael Lopez on a running play, and he picks up 13 yards. It'll be called back by a holding call, a penalty on Northwest. So instead of a first down at the 43, it's going to be first down and 20 at the 19-yard line. That's a pretty big hit on Northwest here to start off the second half. Oh, thank you. To start off the second half of this contest.
Yeah, the line was horrible.
I'll bet it was. Mason back to throw, up the middle, and pretty good defensive coverage that time by the Heights Falcons. Deuce Bohannon went out into the secondary and just could not put any length between him and the defenders. And it ends up being an incomplete pass, second down now, and 20 coming up. Mason will run it himself, and he'll get, looks like 8 or 9 yards on the carry. Let's give him 8. Third down and 12 to go for Northwest.
It's a very good play fake there from Northwest. And it looked like, well, it faked me out, honestly. I thought Sincere had the ball instead of Mason there.
There's a throw to Jace Glasper. It's going to be fourth down now. Or what do we have here? Do we have a flag?
We do.
We'll see what the call is from the officials.
I see Dalton Schrader has his helmet off for Northwest here. Not sure if that has anything to do with the flag here.
Could. It is exactly what it is. Unsportsmanlike conduct for having the helmet off.
I believe they said they were going to replay the down since it was offsetting.
It's third down and 12. Mason looking for a play from his sideline. Man in motion. A fake, and Mason runs it up the middle, and he's not going to get much. He'll pick up a couple. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down and 10.
Yeah, very unlucky there for Mason. It looked like a good play at the start, but it was a very good effort from number 4, Cale Milson by Heights, just wrapping up his ankle and making sure he doesn't get anywhere else.
Punt formation. Here comes the boot. Pretty good kick, and it goes out of bounds. And where are they going to mark it out? At the
41, I would believe, or so. Or 40.
That was my guess as well. Ed, you're right. First down, Heights at the 41-yard line. So the Grizzlies sputter on their first offensive possession of the third quarter. And now Johnson under center as Holland behind him. Hands it off, bounces off of one, and there to wrap him up is Quavon Harris.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to say his name enough, Kevin. It seems like he's just involved in almost every drive, just making a tackle after tackle. Great overall player. Great effort.
Quavon Harris, a junior, 5'10", 175-pound linebacker. And Greg, you were right all over it. He is in the game. No gain on the play, second down and 10. Johnson under center again with Holland behind him. Same formation they've used pretty much all night. And they should have had him in the backfield. They did not. He's going to gain 5 yards, and he's still on his feet. Still on his feet. Oh, my gosh, he got a first down out of it. A gain of 11 when he should have been caught in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, I'd say there was about 3 opportunities there to where the Northwest should have taken the ball carrier down the quarterback right before he pitched it, and then also the running back in the backfield, they should have taken him down, and then also they kind of gave up a couple extra yards and a first down with the pile being pushed by the offensive lineman of Heights High School.
First down and 10 at the 47 of Northwest. Johnson under center, man in motion. He goes back to throw this time. Throws it short on the near side, and a nice gain on the play before running out of bounds is Kamerick Gray, number 13. He picks up, they didn't give him as much as I thought. They gave him 5. Evidently, he stepped out of bounds sooner than I thought.
Yeah, good push by Bland to keep the runner, or to put the runner out of bounds, and then also good hit from Harris just to make sure the runner didn't get any more if he wasn't.
Here's the snap.
In bounds.
Handoff up the middle. Not much doing, a couple of yards maybe. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Holland, the ball carrier for Heights High. And in on the stop, among others, who else? Quavon Harris.
And Quavon Harris, he's doing an excellent job just focusing in on this drive.
Getting to be like Chicken Man out there.
Yep, but also we got to be careful to make sure Heights doesn't just run the ball all the way down into the end zone. So they're doing a pretty good job so far about that.
There's a handoff again straight up the middle, tackled there by Jamari Bland, but not until a first down is achieved, and it will be 1st and 10 for Heights, and the Falcons are on the move here.
Yeah, Heights is just slowly moving towards the end zone with these 5 or so yard runs, and I can guarantee that it's probably angering Coach Martin over there. He's wanting him to stop that run and make sure that Heights does not get any points on this drive.
Grizzlies went 3 and out on their first possession. Now the Falcons running their 6th or 7th play of this drive have the ball at the 37 of Northwest. Johnson under center. Takes the snap, goes back to throw, running for his life. And boom, see you later. Down he goes. And who else do you think gets him but Quavon Harris?
After all those tackles that
I
Harris
think he really is Chicken Man. You have no idea what that means, by the way, I know.
Harris,
nobody I'm talking to on the air knows either. They're all too young to remember Chicken Man, but I'll explain it if we get a break and we have the time to fill.
Yeah, Harris is after making all those tackles, he finally got his first sack of the game, and he is focused on this drive, very locked in.
2nd down, 14 to go. Ball back at the 41. Johnson down. Goes back to throw it again. This time dishes it out over here on the near side to Kamerick Gray, who was in motion. And this time the Grizzlies sniff it out. And a short gain indeed of maybe 3 yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 12.
It seems like for the majority of this drive, it looks like Heights has been running the same formation here. And they've
been running the same formation the whole game.
Yeah, they only been selecting just a couple plays out of the formation, just a little play action pass or just the occasional run to.
Now they make a liar out of me. They have 2 wideouts down here below and 1 up top. That's the first time they've done that in a while.
Maybe a pass. We'll see.
Might
take it back.
Up the middle for Holland. Holland is not going to. He's going to be well short of the first down. He gains about 4. It'll be 4th down and 8.
Yeah, I would assume Jamison Holland for Heights is getting a little tired over there because it seems like he's gotten the ball quite a bit here in this game.
He's obviously the feature back on this team. And
yeah, because I believe last week against Garden City in their 20-19 win over Garden City, he had 18 carries for 76 yards. So he's definitely a vital piece of Heights' running defense here. Or excuse me, running offense. I apologize.
Heights comes to the line. And they've got them all packed in there again, and now we have a timeout being taken by the Falcons. Let's take it with them. 5:31 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Grizzlies lead Heights 34-7. We'll be back. You're watching Grizzly football.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
Means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
we bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Back at Heights Field. Still in the timeout taken by the Falcons. Time of possession in this quarter, Craeg Kamerick, all Heights. Grizzlies only had the ball for a minute of the 7.5 that have been played.
Yeah, it's one thing I would like to say about a run concept offense is just it takes off so much time. So if you're in the situation Heights is, there's not a lot of time left.
There they throw it, and an interference call is going to give Heights a first down.
I believe that was Takari Brown that was guarding the receiver pretty closely.
Ooh, you don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. It is a first down for Heights on a DPI call. They're going to move the ball inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. First down for Heights. Heights threatening here in the third quarter. They've got some mojo going. Of course, they got some help that time.
Yeah, these defensive penalties are sure not helping Northwest here.
They
it's
are
hurting
not.
pretty badly.
Johnson under center, pulls out, gives it away, sweeping on the near side, down to the 12-yard line. And again, that's Holland carrying the ball for Heights High, and he's got a nice pickup of 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, it's Jamari Blandon on the tackle for Northwest there. And just great job getting out to the edge where the runner was and just making sure he didn't get any more yards there.
Grizzlies need to make a stop of some kind here to keep the score in single digits for Heights. Another sweep to the near side. Well, you know what? If it works, you do it again. And they did it again. And they picked up 2. They needed 3. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, very short 3rd down here for Heights. And I can only assume that they'll just try to run it.
I would assume so, too. And they've got 2 plays to get this half a yard.
Sure do.
Two wideouts up top now for Heights. One down here below. Johnson under center. Hands it off to Holland. Holland has the first down and then some. He'll get down inside the 5-yard line. First down and goal for Heights at the 4-yard line. Clock running, 4:30 to go, third quarter.
Yeah, I'm still wondering if this Northwest defense will figure out this run
Well,
situation.
they've been bending. Let's see if they break here or if they can be resilient and make something good happen. Under center is Johnson. Hands it off up the middle, and nothing there. I mean, nothing there. Quavon Harris making a statement, I believe.
And I also saw that Trey Birch is in on that tackle as well, big number 0 there. Excellent stand at the wall there, or at the line of scrimmage, excuse me.
Loss of 1 on the play. It's 2nd down and goal to go from the 5. Heights in no hurry here. You think they'd want to score in a hurry, given the fact they're down by so much.
Yeah, this is what I said earlier. Just having that run, just having a very run-heavy offense, it kind of hurts you in these situations.
It does. And there's a big sack all the way back to the 15-yard line.
There's a flag on the play, though, and I'm wondering who that who that is going to go against.
Don't know. The flag is at the 14. That was about the point of contact. The sack was made by Brady Johnson. The foul is against Northwest.
I believe it's a face mask.
And that'll make it an automatic first down, half the distance to the goal. So they're going to spot the ball at the 2.5-yard line, 1st and goal to go.
Yeah, and again, it's these defensive penalties. It's hurting Northwest here.
You know, we might as well just give them the 7 points and let's kick it off the way they're going here with these penalties.
Yeah, they're taking their sweet time.
Up the middle, short of the goal line, is Holland. He gets it down to the 1. It'll be 2nd down and goal to go.
Yeah, Northwest sure is doing a pretty good job just trying to stand up to the Heights running offense here. And Heights will have 2 more tries to try to get into the end zone here. Let's see if Northwest can stand strong.
Heights has held the ball now on this drive for almost 9 minutes. Still haven't gotten any points yet, but they're close. 1 yard to go for the touchdown. Johnson's going to keep it himself and punches it in. Add 6 more for the Falcons.
Yeah, that time they switched up a little bit and just instead of handing it off to a halfback, they just ran in with the quarterback, and that time it worked for them.
It's unfortunate. A couple of penalties on that drive really hurt us.
Yep.
Extra point coming for the Falcons. I can tell you the holder is Zane Masterson. Ball's down. Kick is up. No good. Was that blocked? I didn't see the ball, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure if that was blocked. It looked like it was just a really low kick.
Or did it just miss?
Well, I believe it was just a really low kick, and it just hit either a player in the middle, and then it ended up in a Northwest player's hands, but the referee called the play dead, so
okay.
Nothing hurts Heights here.
2:22 left, third quarter, 34-13. Grizzlies lead. We'll be back with a kickoff in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
Means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
we bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Oh, it's up here. We're back at Heights Stadium. Michael Lopez is deep for Northwest. Off. And you can tell that the band is directly below us. They haven't had much to cheer about tonight, but they do make some noise there. 25-30, and after the 32-yard line is Michael Lopez, and that's where Northwest will start it. First down and 10 to go.
Now I'm thinking here, Coach Martin's number one goal here is just to take off time, because I mean, Heights is kind of working against themselves, I would say, right now, just with their run-heavy offense, just chewing away the clock that they desperately need.
Well, they're taking so much time between plays, too. You know, they really aren't running much of what I would call a no-huddle offense. Jace Glasper is the quarterback, and he takes it and sweeps to the right. Spin move, picks up 7 yards. Nice play by Glasper. And we have a little bit of conversation with the officials, the back judge, as the cornerbacks and the wide receivers were getting into it. Northwest with 2 wideouts down here below us, 1 up top. Glasper hands it off to Thompson, who goes nowhere.
As you can see, typically whenever Coach Martin would like to run a QB designed run, he prefers to have Jace Glasper in at quarterback, and I think he does a really excellent job. He's pretty elusive with all these Heights defenders on him.
Here's Glasper again. First down and more out to the 47-yard line of Northwest. Clock will stop while they move the chains, but a first down for Northwest, and this will extend their possession here in this quarter. And there's one up the middle going for 2 yards. Now they're giving him no gain. They say he was down. Second down and 10 for Northwest. No huddle, less than a minute to go, third quarter. Glasper and Thompson in the backfield for Northwest. 3 wideouts down here below, but did we lose the ball here?
Well,
they never got the exchange off. They were Glasper was trying to get it to Thompson. Never got the exchange off. We caught a break here, Craig, because Northwest could have lost that on a fumble very quickly.
Yeah, like you said, the exchange did not go well between Glasper and Thompson.
It didn't happen at all.
Yeah, the ball kind of just dropped, and good thing Jace just picked that ball up and just went to the ground.
Glasper up the middle. Big hole, first down and more down to the 41-yard line of Heights, and that will in all likelihood be the final play of the third quarter. They set the ball, the clock starts, 5 seconds to go, and look, they made a liar out of me. Michael Lopez,
Deuce
Bohannon, excuse me. I knew as soon as I said that, I saw the number 3. Bohannon gets another first down for Northwest, and that's how the third quarter will end. At the end of 3, 34-13, Grizzlies lead. Back with the fourth quarter after this. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. Getting set to start the fourth quarter. Grizzlies lead by 21 points. They have the ball first and 10. And they've spotted the ball at the 26-yard line of Heights. Glasper at quarterback, carries it. Goes out of bounds, maybe got a yard.
There's a penalty on the play here. I could only assume it will be a holding penalty.
And you assume correctly. That'll move it back 10 yards. And I don't know what's worse, the fact that we lose the yardage or that it stops the clock.
I would say the clock situation here, Kevin, because
we need that clock to be running.
Yep. We're just at we have such a big lead here, and they just want to run the clock out.
There's a pitch to Thompson. Thompson, big hole down to the 20-yard line. About 2 yards short of the first down. Pardon me, he needed 20. He got 18.
Yeah, that was a really good run there from Sincere Thompson. I would give credit to a Heights player for that trip, but I cannot tell their numbers.
Here's Deuce with it. He's got the first down and more. Pardon me. inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first down and goal to go.
Yeah, two back-to-back great running plays from Northwest here. And I just know Coach Martin just loves having two guys in the backfield that if one's tired, then they can go to the other one.
Thompson up the middle, touchdown. Grizzlies extend their lead. Well, Craig, we only ran 40 seconds of the quarter off, but we did come away with a touchdown.
Yeah, there's one positive that came out of that.
That's a big positive, too.
But I can only imagine Coach Martin wanted to take off more time than that.
Yeah. John Lee will kick the extra point. Clasper the holder. Ball's down, kick is up, and it's good. 11:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Grizzlies 41, Falcons 13. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Stay with us. You're watching Grizzly football. Getting set for the kickoff. And Craig, I think that we can safely say that the issue is no longer in doubt. I don't see a 28-point comeback in 11 minutes based on the way the game has gone so far.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And also I think it's solely because of how the offense for Heights plays. They're just a really, really run-heavy offense, and that just works against them in these type of situations because you run off too much clock and you don't give yourself enough time to come back. So I have to agree with you, Kevin. There's no way.
Franklin EQ's kick is very short.
Actually, it was John Lee on the kickoff.
Was that Lee? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Martin switched it up.
He switched it up, and I didn't notice. My bad. I only saw half the number, and I assumed myself to be correct.
Yeah, I believe that was Lee's first kickoff of the night.
It was, yeah.
Usually it's EQ's responsibility for the kickoffs.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line of Heights. First down and 10 for the Falcons. Johnson will be under center again, and again, they pack it in tight. So this looks like this is going to be another bunch of runs. And it is. They run it up the middle and get good yardage. 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, I'm just very surprised that is the exact same play they've been running all night, and then it continues to get them yards after yards. It's just very surprising.
I want to again recognize our production crew tonight, Andrew Balfour. He's been working so hard over here on the engineering side of it, getting all the stats up for you. Demirreo Mitchell and Gabe Sylvester on camera. And I'm telling you, these three guys, Craig, got to have a tapeworm. I've never seen them packing away more groceries over here while they're working than any other crew we've ever had. On second down, a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be third down and 3.
There's a Heights player limping after the play. I believe
I see that. He's hobbling off, and that's Holland.
That's not a good sign for Heights. He's been a key part of their running offense.
He has.
So.
He may just be tired. I don't know, but he was kind of queasy coming off. Now what? We have a whistle.
Possibly a timeout. Yep.
Timeout is taken by Heights. That'll be the second one they've taken in this half. Let's go ahead and take it with them. We'll be back. Back underway here. Johnson under center. 3rd down and 3. And nothing. Up the middle, and I mean stuffed. And let's give credit where credit is due. Big tackle that time by Bryant Roberts, number 52 of Northwest, who just stuffed it.
Yeah, I'd say a severe improvement since the last scoring drive for Heights. Northwest are standing strong here, and I'm only assuming they want to stop this 4th down and give it right back to their office to chew some clock here. Oh, actually, it looks like they're going to punt here.
Oh, Heights is going to punt. Now, that does surprise me, but they have nothing to gain by punting. This would be a good spot for a fake, though.
You know, I have to agree with you. Got to be careful here.
Lopez standing at his 30. And the kick is off, and pretty good boot, driving him back to the 25. Lopez back to the 30, and that's where he goes. 5-yard return after a 40-yard punt. That was a good punt. And with 8:54 to go, it'll be 1st and 10 for Northwest. They'll have the ball at their own 30-yard line. Back in the spread, very familiar. We have Thompson and Bohannon back there along with Glasper. Now they move around a bit. Snap taken, handed off to the Deuce. And he gets maybe a yard. Didn't get much. Let's say 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 for Northwest. Clock running with 8:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. Grizzlies leading by 28. Jace Glasper looking for a hole. Picks up a couple of yards. He's not going to get much. They gave him 4, and I'm surprised he got that much. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Northwest.
Not a bad little play there from Northwest because there was a little bit of hesitation from Glass.
Yeah, and I would think that Northwest, I'm surprised they're not milking the play clock more. I mean, they're going up there. They're snapping it with 25 seconds remaining. There's a 1st down after that run. I guess they know what they're doing.
I have to guess so with you, Kevin. I mean, I would say the smart play here is just to burn it down to about 5 or so seconds, or maybe even lower if they want to. But I mean, it's working for them. So
they're continuing with the no huddle, and it's working for them. There's 5 yards gained there on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and well, they gave him 4. 2nd down and 6. Clock continues to run now. Inside 7:30 remaining.
Now they're taking some time to make some substitutions and all that, so that's good.
Handoff, and nothing doing. That'll be a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, Bohannon didn't really have anywhere to go. He was immediately surrounded by
There were 2 red shirts in the backfield when he got the ball, so
there's nothing much he could do.
No, nothing he could do at all except make sure you don't fumble it, and he did that. Back he goes again. He throws it to Bohannon. Up the middle now with it. Up to midfield. It'll be a gain of about 4, fourth down, and 5 to go. Now, what is Northwest going to do?
And it looks like there's a Heights player.
Somebody's hurt.
Let's see, that will be number 7, Javen Williams.
Bohannon's hurt too.
Bohannon's hurt too?
Yeah, he was doubled over.
Oh, yeah,
you look at him, he's got his head tilted back. He got hurt.
Yeah, because it looked like about 4 Heights players ended up just laying on Bohannon after the play, so that's unfortunate for Northwest there because he's a pretty vital part of their offense and their run
hopefully
game.
He's not seriously injured, and quite frankly, if he doesn't play again tonight, it's not the end of the world. As long as he's up and ready to go next week at Stryker Field against Cape and Mount Carmel. We don't have any scores of other games. We usually get those from Shane Munro, but Shane has the night off tonight. We wish him well wherever he is. So we don't have any other scores of other games to give you tonight. Grizzlies have it, 4th down and 5. After the injury timeout. Don't be surprised if they punt here.
And that's what it looks like they'll do.
High snap, and the kick is away, and nobody is back for Heights. And a pretty short punt, only 30 yards.
Yeah, 30 or so yards. If it rolled a little bit more towards the end zone, it wouldn't have been.
Well, they didn't get a good
punt.
bounce, but it wasn't a good punt. It was not a long punt to start with, and I think he was hoping for some roll forward that he didn't get. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Heights with 6:14 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the score Northwest 41 and Heights High 13. Johnson under center again, and I think that's Holland back in the backfield with him again. It is. He goes down hard and comes up, and he's not too happy, is young Mr. Holland.
Yeah, and on that tackle, it was a group effort by number 21, Quavon Harris, and number 28, Brady Johnson for Northwest. And, yeah, I see a little bit of the frustration there from Heights because there's a little bit of a push after the whistle, but the referee didn't see anything wrong with that, so no flag on the play.
Loss of 3 on the play makes it 2nd down and 13 to go. Ball right at the 20-yard line of the Falcons. Johnson goes back, throws it wide. It's caught. And a 1st down and plenty more all the way out near midfield. Wow, that's a 30-yard gain on that pass play. It'll be 1st down, Heights at the 49, or they mark him down at the 47.
It seems like the very few times that Heights decides to pass, it seems to work out in their favor. It was a really good game there on the last play there.
In all honesty, nobody was expecting it. Clock running, 5:05 to go. Fourth quarter, 1st down, Heights. Grizzlies trying to keep the score right where it is. And a run up the middle, gains about 3. And now the Grizzlies are saying they have the ball.
Yeah, I would say that was a very close call. It looks like the rest are just going to say he was down, but
they're saying he's down. Jamari Bland was livid that we had the ball, but it will stay with the Falcons at the 49-yard line.
I'm assuming the ball went out right when the Heights ball carrier's knee hit the ground, but ultimately it will stay with Heights here.
2nd down and 8. Johnson under center. Goes back to throw it. Runs for his life. Down he goes. Loose ball. Who's going to get it? Looks like Heights got it back. And they did, and a nice recovery on the fumble that time by Corey Spivey, number 58 of the Falcons. As it stands, it'll be 3rd down and a mile, 18 yards to go for a first with 3:30 to go in the game.
Yeah, Trey Brewster's really close to recovering that fumble.
Oh, he had his hands on it, just couldn't corral it.
Yeah, very unfortunate there, but good play. Good play by Northwest there.
Good play to tackle for a huge loss.
Yeah, I believe it was number 28, Brady Johnson, that was in the backfield that caused the fumble.
Johnson, quick throw this time, overthrows his man. And it will be 4th down and 18.
Now that the time is kind of ticking here, we're starting to see Heights try to play some passing offense here rather than the run.
Well, they're trying to save some clock. The problem is when Johnson goes back to pass, he's got 2 white shirts back there with him.
Yeah, he's not having very good luck with his pass protection. So he's not having a lot of time to decide where he wants to throw the ball.
Heights is going to punt it again. Lopez is deep. He's at his 28-yard line. Kick is away. And Lopez lets it go. And the ball is marked at the 28-yard line of Northwest. That's where they'll start it. With 3:01 to go in the 4th quarter, they'll have it 1st and 10.
And I would say this could be a very excellent opportunity here for Northwest just to milk the clock and just end the game right here. But based on how fast they're calling plays and snapping the ball, I doubt this will be the last drive of the game.
Spread formation for Northwest. 2 wideouts down, now 1 in motion on top. And the motion man, Lopez, gets the ball and runs it, picks up a couple of yards.
Actually, that was Glasper. Yeah, it was Glasper on that
Was
play.
that Glasper?
Yeah.
My bad.
They're both pretty quick, so it's hard.
And
to
they're
tell.
both up there. Same formation. And this time it's a fake by Mason, and Mason will run it for 30 and pick up a yard. Be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, I'm assuming that that designed pass play just did not develop as Mason expected. But he did what he could, just got about a yard out of it.
Mason with it again, gives it, tried to get it to Deuce and threw it over his head from short range. So that'll stop the clock with 2:04 remaining. It'll be 4th down for Northwest, and no doubt the Grizzlies will punt.
Yeah, not exactly ideal right there for Northwest because they only took about a little over a minute off of the clock. And I can guarantee that Coach Martin would definitely like more time taken off the clock.
1 man deep for Heights at the 40. There's the kick. And
good roll.
The ball is rolling. We are getting a good roll.
Just be down about the 20.5-yard line.
Yep, 20.5-yard line, and that's where Heights will get it. They got 80 yards plus to go to hit pay dirt, and less than 2 minutes left in the game to do it. Falcons holding a conference on the near sideline during the change of possession. They have the time to do that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're just going to try to
They may try some different plays.
Yep.
You know, I mean, they're not going to win the game. They know that. It's a good time to try some different plays and see if they work.
Maybe pad some stats too, just throw the ball a little bit.
Yeah. And again, no wideouts for Heights. They've got them all packed in. Now here's a run to the near side, and down he goes. Sakari Brown got him.
Yeah, excellent wrap-up tackle there from Brown.
It was. Beautiful play. One-on-one, open field tackle. Keeps the clock running. Second down. He picked up a yard on the play. Second down and 9 to go.
Yeah, the ball carrier from Heights tried to juke backwards, but good thing from Takari Brown. He was able to read that and still make the tackle on him. An excellent play.
And Heights is in no hurry to get the snap off. Johnson has it, hands it off, and down goes the runner almost immediately. I'm not sure that the runner didn't fall over the turf monster more than getting touched by a white shirt.
Yeah, I think he tripped over his own lineman, unfortunately, there.
Third down and 11, a loss on the play, and we're inside a minute remaining in the contest.
Yeah, Heights sure is taking their time just calling this play and making sure what they want to run.
Johnson running for his life, gets it off. And who's there for the tackle but number 21, Quavon Harris. And it's short of the first down. Oh, no, they're moving the sticks now. I take that back.
And it looks like Quavon Harris was a little slow to get up there after the play.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think they're going to get another play off. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and that's it, folks. We are final here at Heights High. Drop that down there. There you go. 41-13, Grizzlies win it. Any final thoughts, Craig, before we sign off here?
I thought it was a good game. There's definitely some improvements I would say that Coach Martin's going to try to improve during the next week's practices, and a very tough game that's going to come up next week as well at Stryker Field against Cape, and that's going to be a really good matchup for us. And
it is going to be a big game.
There's going to be a lot of preparation into that game.
Yeah, and they're going to need to play with fewer penalties than they had tonight. They had some penalties that really cost them here tonight.
Yep.
You can't have that next week against Cape and Mount Carmel at all.
Yep, they'll make you pay for it.
So, folks, we're not on the air next week. We will not broadcast from Stryker Field. We will be back at home against East High in 2 weeks. We're on the air at 6:30 with the pregame show and the and the kickoff at 7 o'clock. That's on Friday, the 22nd of September at Northwest Stadium. Once again, want to thank our outstanding production crew on camera, Gabe, Sylvester, Demirreo, Mitchell, and our producer-engineer, who is really tired, Andrew Balfour. Andrew, you did a great job. We sure appreciate it. Craig, great job again, as always.
Thank you, Kevin.
Appreciate you. We'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Okay. And, folks, we'll look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks as well. And, again, our apologies for having to do this on a delayed basis. But, I look at our internet transmitter. We still have no internet. So we never did get it back tonight. So that will change at Northwest. We don't have that problem because we're hardwired, and I wish every school in the district would pick up on that and hardwire internet in their press boxes. That would be a big plus. But that is yet to happen. Once again, final score: Northwest 41, Falcons 13. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for watching. Have a pleasant weekend. Hit record. Nuh-uh. Record.